Hello kids and welcome to my channel The Curious Panda. I am a panda teacher and in this video we are going to solve an entire mathematics Olympiad question paper, and the paper that we are solving today is from last year, that is 2024 set A. But before going ahead, I would want to talk to you about this book that I have for you, which contains 18 previous year question paper with answers. And if you want to purchase this book, you can scan the QR code over here, or you can go to the description box or to the pinned comments and you'll find the link over there. You can click on it and then go to the link and purchase the book. This is a PDF book, by the way. Now that we are done with this, let's go to previous year question paper and solve that. Okay, so let's start solving the question paper. I hope you are aware of the format of the examination. So the paper contains 35 questions. There will be four sections. One is logical reasoning, that is the first section, which will contain 10 questions. Second section will be mathematical reasoning, which will again have 10 questions, 1 mark each, no negative marking, right? The third section would be everyday mathematics, again 1 mark each without any negative marking. And the fourth section will be achievers section. Achiever section will have 5 questions with 2 marks each without any negative marking, right? And achiever section will be a little on the higher side of difficulty, right? So anyway, we'll solve all these questions. We'll solve all 35 questions over here in this video. The format of the video is I will read out a question, explain the question to you, and then run a timer of 3 seconds. The expectation from you is to pause the video. Whenever you see the timer, pause the video, solve the question yourself first, and then go to the solution. If you solve it first and say you do it, you get the answer wrong, at least because you would have solved it first, you would then be very thorough with the steps that are required to get the answers correct. And it is very important that you do that before looking at the solution, right? So now that we are clear with the format of the video, let's go ahead and solve the question paper. Question number one. The given clocks show the time at which Reena went to play. So this clock says when Reena went to play. So you have to find out what's the time over here, right? And came back home. So when Reena came back home. So that is given over here in this clock. For how much time did she play? So basically what is being asked is what is the difference of time in both the clocks, right? That is basically what they're asking. Pause the video, solve it first, and then look at the solution. Great. So I hope you have gotten the solution correct. So Reena went to play at what time? So if you see, the hour hand is closer to 4, the minute hand is closer to 3. So we know this time as 4:15, right? So this is 4:15, correct? Now the hour hand is between 6 and 7 but closer to 7, and the minute hand is at 9. So what is the time? It is 6:45, right? So Reena plays from 4:15 to 6:45. So AM, PM doesn't matter, whatever time it is. So what is the time difference between these two, right? So from 4:15 to 5:15, right? From 4:15 to 5:15 is 1 hour, correct? From 5:15 to 6:15 is another 1 hour. Now from 6:15 to 6:45, how many minutes? It is 30 minutes, right? So how much time total she's playing? That is 2 hours and 30 minutes. That is option number C. Hope you got that correct. If you did, then give yourself a star, give yourself a pat in the back, and let me know if you did got it correct or not, right? If you got it correct, just write one yes in the comment section, right? For all the questions, do that so that I'm aware how many of you are getting these questions correctly, right? Let's now go to question number 2. Which of the following words cannot be formed the letters of the given word, right? So a word is given over here using these letters, right? I, am, these are letters. So using these specific letters, which of the words cannot be formed, right? Cannot be formed. So you can just go to the option, from option you can start checking which of the words cannot be formed. Pause the video, solve it, and then look at the solution. Great. I hope you have got it correct. So it's a very easy one. So admit, right? A, so there is A over here. Then you have D over here. Then there is one M over here, one I here, and one T here. So will you be able to make admit using immediate word? Yes, you can. Correct. Melt. MELT. Is L there in this? No, it is not there, right? M is there, E is there, T is there, but L is not there. So you will not be able to make this word in from the letters that are given in immediate, right? In the word immediate, right? So melt is something that you will not be able to make. So your correct answer is actually B, right? Because the question asked is which of the following words cannot be formed? Word is cannot, right? Be very careful when you are actually solving these kind of questions, correct? Media can you make? Yes, M is there, E is there, D is there, I is there, A is there. So you can make this one. Made, can you make it? Yes, M is there, A is there, D is there, and E is there. So made is also can be done. So your correct answer is option number B. I hope you got it correct. If you did get it correct, comment two yes below. And now we move to question number 3. Which of the following objects has two circular faces and one rectangular face? So it's asking which of the following objects. You can see four objects in the option given over here. It's a bourbon biscuit. This is a party hat. That's a balloon, and this is a log of wood. And which of the following objects has two circular faces and one rectangular face, right? So pause the video, solve the question, and then look at the solution. Great. So, which of the following objects has two circular face and one rectangular face, right? So, let's say the bourbon biscuit. Does it have any circular face? No, it doesn't. It has a rectangular face, obviously, but not a circular. So, this cannot be your answer. Option number B. Does it have a circular face? Yes, the bottom of the cone is circular, so it has a circular face. But does it have a rectangular face? No, it's a triangular face that is there over here, right? This is a triangle, correct? So B is also not your answer. C is a balloon. Balloon only has a circular face, right? It's just a circle from any side. So this also cannot be your answer. Now, this a log of wood is nothing but a cylinder, right? So this is how a cylinder is formed, right? So there are two circular faces at the top and the bottom, and there is one rectangular face, something like this, in middle, right? So that is why option number D is your correct answer. I hope you got this one correct. If you did, go to the comment section, write 3 yes. And now we move to question number 4. Find the missing number. So this is a pattern question. Find the missing number if same rule is followed in all three figures, right? So you see some pattern being followed in these figures, that is 6, 96, 16. So some pattern is being followed over here. Similarly, some pattern is being followed over here. You have to find this one, and similar pattern is also being followed over here. What you need to find out is what is this pattern, and obviously if a pattern is being followed over here in, say, the pattern 1, if some pattern is being followed in, same should be followed in pattern 2, and same should be also followed in pattern 3. You have to find what the pattern is and then find out what the answer would be for question number 4, for the middle one, that is pattern number 2, right? Great. I hope this was an easy one. But if you have not got it correct, let's try and break this down. So I'm sure by now you would have already learned multiplication and tables, right? You are in class 3 already. So you are aware of that. So if you know the multiplication table of 16, right? 16 multiplied by 6 is what? It is 96, correct? So this is nothing but 16 multiplied by 6 is 96. Similarly, 13 multiplied by 5 would give you what? It would give you 65, right? So this is nothing but what should be multiplied to 13 to get 91. So 13 multiplied by that equals to 91. Just revisit the 13 table and you will find out that 13 sevens is 91. So option number C is your correct answer. Hope you got it correct. If you did, Go to the comment section, write 4 yes, and we'll now move to question number 5. In which of the following options the given figure is exactly embedded as 1, right? In which of the following options the given figure, right? This is the given figure. So this exact figure in which of the options you are currently finding is something you will have to look at. Pause the video, solve it first, and then look at the solution. Great. Again, this is a very easy one. So, do you see a figure like this in here? So, no, you don't see anything like this. So, option number A is not correct. Option number B is also not correct because you don't see any slanted line like this, a figure like this. But here in option number C, you see something like this, right? So, this is the one. Now you just had to find this one in the embedded in the figures. So option number C is your correct answer. Hope you got this one correct as well. If you did, write 5 dot yes. If not, just write in the comment section what where do you go wrong, what is the option that you chose, and where did you go wrong in your thought process. Just go to the comment section and type that out, right? Let's now go to question number 6, right? It's can be a little tricky one. If all the vowels are removed from the given arrangement, so you see an arrangement of letters that is given over here. If all the vowels, what are vowels, you know already. So if you remove all the vowels, then dash is fourth from the left end. So this is right. Obviously, if this is right, then this is left. So what would come fourth in the in from the left end is what you need to find out. Pause the video, solve it first, and then look at the solution. Hope you had paused the video and solved it first before looking at it, right? So what we know that there is an arrangement given and we have to remove all the vowels, right? So what are the vowels? A, E, I, O, U are called vowels. So A is removed. So A is removed. E is removed. U is removed, I is removed, right? So these are all that are removed. Now, once that is removed, it's asking which letter is fourth from the left hand. Now, which is fourth from left hand? So P is first from left, L is second from left, M is third from left, and S is fourth from left. So, what is the answer? Your answer is B, S, right? So, S is your correct answer. Hope you got this one correct, right? If you did not, not to worry. I'm sure you would have learned something new in this question. And let's now go to question number 7. You guys are doing really great. Let's now move to question number 7. Select the odd one out. You have to find out which is among this is odd one. You see options. Four options has a circular image with some with another circle in between, and then some colors are being given. So you have to find out which is odd one out in this. The solution to this, or the answer to this, is option number D. Now, why option number D is the correct answer? If you look at the figures, at the options, you see in all the first three images you have four parts within the inner circle which are yellow in color, right? So this is 1 2 3 4, this is 1 2 3 4, this is 1 2 3 4, but in option number D there are only three, right? So that is why option number D is your correct answer. I hope you got this one correct. If you did, give yourself a star. And now we move to question number 8. Select the correct mirror image of the given figure. So you see a horse, a chess horse piece is placed in front of a mirror. How would it look if you put it in front of a figure of a mirror? And just imagine how would you look if you are standing in front of a mirror, right? So just do that and then we look at the solution. So select the correct image of the given figure. So this is a horse piece. It's placed in front of a mirror. Now, if you stand in front of a mirror, what do you see? So your left looks like as right, and your right looks like as left, right? So you're flipped sideways. You're flipped from sideways, that is your right becomes left, left becomes right, right? That's how you see a difference in a mirror, right? But will you, in if you stand in front of a mirror, will you be turned upside down? No, that does not happen in front of a mirror, right? So can option A and option B your answer? No, it cannot be. In front of a mirror, you will not be upside down, right? Now let's look at option C and option D, right? Option D is as it is, so option D obviously cannot be the answer. Option C is the correct answer. What happens in when you stand in front of a mirror, right? Again, your left start looking at right and your right looks starting at left. So obviously you turn sideways, right? So here also the horse that is looking this side will turn sideways and would look this side. So option C is the correct answer. Hope you got this one correct. If you did, go to the comment section and let me know that you got it correct. Just write 8 yes. And if you did not, no worries. You learned something else and let me know where did you go wrong. Right. Let's now go to question number 9. If earth means cloud, cloud means sun, and sun means moon, right? Then dash gives us rain. So what gives us rain is first we have to find out, and then to understand what is that called as, right? Pause the video, solve it, and then look at the solution. Great. Again, an easy one. So what gives us rain? Cloud gives us rain, right? Now you can say sun, so it starts with sun, etc., etc. So just leave that aside. What gives us rain? It is cloud that gives us rain. But cloud means what? Cloud means sun, right? So option number C, sun is the correct answer. Hope you got this one correct as well. And let's now move to question number 10. How many groups of 6 telescopes each can be formed from the given telescope? So there are some telescopes that are given over here in this image. What you have to find out, how many groups of 6 telescopes can you form from the given number of telescopes. Again, pause the video. I'm sure you would have done something like this in class 1 and class 2 as well, if you have already appeared for the for the examination, right? So you need to create telescopes of group of 6 and see how many such groups can be formed. Pause the video, solve it, and then look at the solution. Great. So how many groups can you form? Let's just try and do this, right? So group, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's pick this as group number 1, right? Then group number 2 and group number 3, right? So how many groups can you form? You can form option number A, that is 3 groups of 6 telescopes each can be formed if you make a group of 6. That is, you can create 3 groups of 6 telescopes from the given figure, right? Hope you got this one correct. If you did, you know the rituals. Go to this comment section and let me know that you got this one correct. Now let's move to the next section, that is mathematical reasoning, and we'll now move to question number 11. Compare and fill the box using. So what do you have to do? You have to compare and fill the box. You're using greater than sign, less than sign, or equal to sign, right? So what you have to find out is place value of digit 4 in 9482. Is it greater than, less than, or equal to place value of digit at thousands place in 90574? So what is there in thousands place? What is the place value of that? Is something you have to find out first, and then you have to find out whether it is greater than, less than, or equal to. So pause the video, solve it first, and then look at the solution. Great. So I hope you would have got it correct. I hope you are also aware of what is greater than, less than, or equal to is. A very simple trick to understand is that whichever number is greater, both sides always point towards, or whichever number. So, for example, say there are two numbers, 25 and 35, right? How you always write it is that the the side that is greater, right? 35 is greater than 25. So we know that, right? So two sides would be facing towards 35, right? And when you read it, so when you read it from, you always read it from the left hand side. So you read, what would you say? You will say 25 is less than 35, right? Let's say it was other way around, where say it is 35 and 25. Now, obviously 35 is bigger, so two sides would face towards 35. And now again, read from left hand side. It is 35 is greater than 25, right? So very simple, right? So place value of digit 4 in 9482 is what? What is? So 4 is in what place? This is ones place, this is tens place, and this is hundreds place, right? So place value of digit 4 in 9482 is what? It is 4 into 100, that is 400. Correct? Okay. Place value of digit at thousands place in 90574. Let's find out. So this is ones place, this is tens place, this is hundreds, and this is thousand, right? So it is nothing but 0 multiplied by 1000 is your place value of digit at thousands place, which is nothing but 0. So what? So obviously 400 is greater than 0, right? So option B is your correct answer. Hope you got this one correct. If not, I'm sorry you learned something new. Now let's go to question number 12 and solve this one. If a bucket is equal to three jugs, and one jug is 2 liters, then what is the capacity of the bucket? Very easy one, right? So a bucket is equivalent to 3 jugs, and one jug is what? 2 liters. So what is the capacity? Pause it, solve it, and then we meet after the break. Great. I hope you solved it correctly. And an answer obviously here is option number C, 6 liters. So obviously one jug is 2 liters. So if you have three jugs means it is two, and two. If you add all of this becomes six. So it is 6 liters. Hope you got this one as correct as well. If you did, go to the comment section and put in 12 yes, and then we move to the next question, that is question number 13. The unshaded fraction of the given number is dash. Correct. So what you can see over here, there is a bigger triangle, right? You can see this as a bigger triangle. Correct. And then you have smaller triangles within this, and even in some cases this triangle is also cut into half to show some shaded and unshaded fraction, right? The hint that I'll give to you over here is that because the shaded portion, or the shaded and unshaded portion, are cut into half of a triangle. Half of a triangle as one unit. So cut all the triangles, all the smaller triangles into half. Take half of a triangle as one unit, and then do the calculation of how many unshaded portions are there and how many shaded portion are there. So pause the video, solve it by yourself first. It will take some time. Be patient, solve it, and then look at the solution. Great. I think I've just given it away in terms of how it needs to be done. So again, let's see. So this is the bigger triangle, right? This is a bigger triangle, correct? In this bigger triangle, we can see smaller triangles, and in some cases, the smaller triangles are also cut into half. So, and in one half is say shaded and other half is unshaded. Now half of triangle has now becomes one unit for me. Correct. So let's say this. Let's now then cut all the triangles like this. Correct. So let's cut all the triangles into half the way it's shown. Right. Great. So I think I've cut all the triangles into half. Let's now find out how many half of triangles are there. So as I said, one half of a triangle. So if this is the whole triangle, this is the whole triangle. But one half of the triangle is one unit, correct? So let's see how many units are there. So in this triangle, there are two units. This first top part. Here you have two more units. Here two, and here 2, right? So there are 6 units here, right? 2, 2, 2. So 6 units. Similarly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there are 10 units over here, correct? And again, we'll do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, right? There are 14 units over here. Now, this gives me how many total units are there. So how many total units are now there? If you do this addition, you'll get it as 32 units, right? So 14 plus 10 is 24, 24 plus 6 is 30, 30 plus 2 is 32 units, correct? So yeah, so total now we know is 32. What has it asked for us to find? Unshaded fraction. So what is unshaded fraction? You have to say unshaded units divided by total units, right? So whenever fraction is asked, so whatever as a fraction they're asking, what the top numerator would be whatever they have asked for. So for here, for example, is unshaded fraction is what they have asked for, so that it becomes unshaded units divided by total, right? Something that is asked for by total, right? So total now we know is 32, so we know this is now 32. Now we just need to find out how many units of unshaded is there. Now both the units here are unshaded, right? So this all 2 here is, let's just say right here, all 2 here is unshaded. How many unshaded portion are there over here? There is only one unshaded over here, right? So here only one unshaded. How many unshaded units are here? There is one, this is two, and this is three. Correct? I hope I'm not missing anything. And how many are here? So this is one, this is two, this is three, this is four, this is five, this is six, this is 7, right? So these are shaded units. I'm so sorry. So these are shaded units, right? So 7 plus 3, 10 plus 12, 13. So there are 13 shaded units, correct? So if there are total 32, there are 13 shaded units, then how many unshaded are there? It will be 32 minus 13, which will be 19, correct? So unshaded units are how many? There are 19 unshaded units. So your final fractions becomes 19 divided by 32. I hope you understood this. Just to give you a recap of what we did. So whenever you saw the bigger triangle, you saw within the bigger triangle, there are smaller triangles. And within that smaller triangle also, because it's asking about shaded and unshaded, the triangle is divided into two parts, right? Half. So we then took half of that triangle as one unit, and with doing that, we found out how many such units, total units are there, right? Now, what is it asking for? It's asking for unshaded fraction. So now what you have to do is find out how many units are unshaded out of these 32 units. That we found out was 19. So 19 divided by 32 is your correct answer, right? Again, if you are still a little confused, just go back to the book, try solving it again by yourself, and then go to question number 14. Right. So let's go to question number 14. Which of the following sets have equal amount of money, right? This is a simple addition problem. You just have to see how much money is there in P, Q, and R, and then find out which of the sets has equal money, right? So again, take a pause, solve it, and then look into the solution. Great. I think again, simple addition. So if we just add this, right, this is 10 plus 10 is 20 plus 10 is 30 plus 10 is 40 plus 10 is 50. This is 555. This 5 is 60, 65, 70. So this is nothing but rupees 70, right? Now let's find out what is Q. Q is rupees 10 plus rupees 50. 50 plus 10 is 60. 60 plus 5 is 65. 65 plus 5 is 70. So this also becomes rupees 70, right? Let's come to number to R. This is 20. 20 plus 20 is what? It's 40. 40 plus 10 is rupees 50. So which following sets have equal amount? It's P and it's Q. So option number A is your correct answer. I hope you got it correct. If you did, go to the comment section, write if you got it correct or not. And also let me know if you did something wrong or you went somewhere wrong, then where did you go wrong? Just let me know in the comment section. Let's now go to question number 15 and question number 16, right? So question 15, 16 has one direction. The given pictograph, right? Pictograph questions are very common and it's a very easy question to solve. You have to just look at one pictograph and you solve two questions, right? So, or both the questions are done in one go. Now, the given pictograph shows the number of envelopes made by a group of five friends, right? Who are the five friends? Varun, Sneha, Preeti, Ruhi, and Manav, right? Study the given pictograph carefully, right? Study the given pictograph carefully and answer the following questions, right? The questions are given. So what is the question? Let's first see the question, right? Who made maximum and minimum number of envelopes? Varun made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 7 obviously one each envelope stands for 25 envelopes, right? So just consider this as an image, right? So one image of envelope actually represents how many? 25 envelopes, right? So if you see, Varun has done what? 25 plus 25 is 50, plus 25 is 75, 100, 125, 150, and 175. So how many envelopes Varun made? 175. I'm sure you would have already done table of 25. So I'll just go directly and look into the answers. So Sneha has how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 25, 6 is how much? It is 150. Preeti has 1, 2, 3, 4. 25 multiplied by 4 is nothing but 100. Rooney has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 25 multiplied by 5 is 125, and this becomes 75. Now, who has the highest? Varun has highest at 175, and Manav has lowest at 75. So, option B is your correct answer. I hope you got this one correct. Let's now go to question number 16. Find the total cost of envelopes if the cost of one envelope is rupees 5, right? Again, it's just a multiplication thing. Do it yourself and then look at the answer. Great. So we have already done this, right? We have already found out how many envelopes were made, correct? So let's add how many envelopes were made, right? So Varun made 175, Sneha made 150, Preeti made 100, Ruhi made 125, and Manav made 75, right? If you add this, so 125 plus 75 becomes 200, plus 100 is 300, 300 plus 150 is 450, and plus 175 will be 625, right? So all of them together made 625 envelopes, correct? And each envelope sold at piece 5. So what you have to do is you have to just multiply 625 with 5. So this becomes 25. 2 carries over. 5, 10 plus 2 is 12. 6 multiplied with 5 is 30. Plus 1 is 31, right? So option number A is your correct answer. I hope you got this one correct as well. Let's now move to question number 17. Find the missing value in the given figure if the total length of the boundary of the given figure is 24 centimeter. Right? So this overall is 24 centimeter, correct? You have to find out what is this value, right? Correct? So this is what you need to find out. Just pause it, think through, and then we look at the solution. I hope you got this one correct. The correct answer here is A, 5 centimeter. So there are two ways to look into it, right? So one, it's given that total length of the boundary is what? It is 24 centimeter, right? If total length is 24 centimeter, then if we start counting all of it, so everything over here is given, right? So this is 1 centimeter given over here. So this, if this is 1, then obviously this is 1. This is 1 centimeter, 2. This is 4. This becomes 7. 4 plus 3, 7. 7 plus 2, 9. 9 plus 4 is 13. 13 plus 4 is 17. 17 plus 1 is 18. 18 plus 1 is 19, right? So all of this is 19 centimeter, but total given is how much? 24, right? So what it becomes? 24 minus 19 centimeter is nothing but 5 centimeter, correct? So 5 centimeter is your correct answer. So we know the total is 24. All other parts are add up to 19 centimeter. So obviously this has to become 5 centimeter to make it a total of 24 centimeter. But there is a second way to look at it as well, correct? Well, what is the second way? The second way to look at it is that if you just look at this part, right? So if you just, or I'll just do it below, right? So if you just look at this part, so how much is this? If this is 4 centimeter and this is 3 centimeter, right? So this is 4, this is 3. So this becomes what? 4 plus 3, 7 centimeter, right? And then you have to find out this part. So this is what? 7 minus this one, and 7 minus this one and this one, right? So obviously this is the total. This is the total, right? This one is the total minus this one and minus this one. So this becomes 7 minus 1, that is 5 centimeter. So there are two ways to look into it. Whichever way you want to do it, is correct. But finally, 5 centimeter would come out as an answer. I hope you got this one correct. If you did, very well done. Go to the comment section. Let me know how did you do it. And also let me know if there are other ways to get this done as well. Let's now go to question number 18. If x is the remainder obtained on dividing 560 by 8 and y is the sum of 520 and 8, then the value of x cross y is what? Right? So if x is the remainder, so you know what remainder is, right? If x is the remainder obtained by dividing 560 by 8, right? Find that out. Then y is the sum of 520 and 8, which is a very simple one. Then x multiplied by y will be how much? Pause the video, read the question again, solve it first, and then look at the solution. Great. Now, what it's saying is if 560 is divided by 8, right? What is the remainder? The 8, if you know the table of 8, 8 7 are 56, correct? 56, then this becomes, then this 0 comes in, 0 comes out, so this becomes 70, correct? So this is 70. And what is the reminder now? Reminder is 0, correct? Now, when the reminder is 0, so x becomes 0. Correct, x is 0. Now anything multiplied with 0, so if this is 0, this is, we know 520 plus 8 is 528. If I multiply 0 to 528, how much you will get? You will get 0. Anything multiplied to 0 is 0. So option C is your correct answer. Just take some second to answer this question. I hope you got this one correct. If you did, go to the comment section, let me know how did you do this, and just put a comment section saying 18, yes, I did it correct. And then move to question number 19. The difference between the length of Karthik and Smriti is dash, right? So again, a simple one. Just find out what is the height of Karthik, then find out what is the height of Smriti, and just do a subtraction. It's a simple subtraction problem. Pause the video, solve it, and then look at the solution. Great. So, what is the height of Karthik? So, Karthik is 100 centimeter tall, right? So, this is Karthik is 100 centimeter tall. Now, let's say what is the height of Smriti? Smriti here actually she is 80 centimeter tall. This is not straight line, so she is 80 centimeter tall, right? If you do it at scale, you will find that she is 80 centimeter. So, what is the difference between their height? That is 100 centimeter minus 80 centimeter. It comes out to be as 20 centimeter. So, option A is your correct answer. Again, I hope you got this one correct. If you did, just let me know. Let's now move to question number 20. There is the last question in mathematical reasoning section. 48 divided by a happy smiley is equals to sad smiley, right? If happy smiley is an even number and sad smiley is also an even number, then what could not be these two numbers, right? Very simple one. I mean, you just look at the options and you will get what cannot be these two numbers, right? Other three can be these two numbers, but cannot be these two numbers. Just look at the option and then you will find the answer. Great. I hope you have tried it before, before looking at the solution. And I'm also hoping that you got this one correct. So, very simple. If you, what's given, the happy smiley is an even number. Sad smiley is also an even number. Correct. But here, happy smiley is given as 3. Now, is 3 an even number? No. So, obviously, 3, this cannot be these two numbers. This cannot be happy smiley and sad smiley. So option number B is your correct answer. I hope you got this one correct as well. So hopefully you are enjoying the video till now. Hopefully you are liking liking the questions, liking solving these questions. And if you're doing so, do hit that like button and also subscribe to my channel. And now we'll move to question number 21, which is the first question in everyday mathematics. There are 20 flats in a society. So in a society, there are 20 flats. If the water consumption of each flat is 125 liters, right? So there are 20 flats. So let's say this is 5. So 5 times 4. Again, not required to do it, just for to explain this to you. I'm just drawing 20 flats. So, and suppose these are flats, right? Correct. So there are 20 flats in a society. If the water consumption each flat is 125, right? So this is 125, 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 right? So all of it is 125, right? 20 flats in society. If the water consumption of each flat is 125 liters per day, then how much total water is consumed by all the flats in a day? Pause the video, solve it, and then look at the solution. Simple one. I think it is nothing but 125. So it's a 125, 125, 125, 125, 125. So either you can add all of it and then do a complete addition, or I am sure you have learned multiplication by now, and it is nothing but 125 multiplied by 20, right? This is a very simple question, and I would want you to go to the comment section and let me know what option is the right answer in question number 21. Just write 21 option number dash, whatever the option is, just write that in the comment section. Let's now go to question number 22. Rohit walked around a square shaped garden of side 45 centimeters. So this is a square. The side given here is 45 centimeters. So Rohit is walking around a square shape, right? How much total distance he cover in all, right? In all, how much distance he covers? Again, very simple one. Pause it, solve it, and then we look at the solution. Great. Easy one. So if Rohit is actually walking around this park or along this park, so if one side is 45 and it's a square, so all the sides are equal. So if this is 45, this becomes 45 as well. This becomes 45 as well. This becomes 45 as well. So that is why it becomes nothing but 45 multiplied by 4. Again, find the answer. Let me know in the comment section what the multiplication value you finally get. So just write 22 dot what the answer is, right? It's nothing but 45 multiplied by 4, and I'm sure you know how multiplication is done. Go to the comment section and let me know what the answer is. Let's now go to question number 23. Priyanka bought 125 chocolates, right? 125 chocolates. I'm sure your parents don't give you 125 chocolates, right? If she distributes the chocolates among her 15 students equally, okay, so she has 15 students, right? Then how many chocolates will be left with her? So Priyanka has 125 chocolates. If she distributes the chocolates among 15 students equally, I'm sure you would have learned division by now. Then how many chocolates will be left with her? Now, what is how many chocolates? That is nothing but remainder, right? Remainder is nothing but what is the left behind after the division is done. So you have to find out when you divide 125 by 15, what is the remainder that you get. Pause the video, solve it, and then look at the solution. Great. I think I have already given you the answer. It's nothing but you just divide 125 with 15 and then find out what the remainder is. Again, I'm just not solving this one. You solve it yourself and then let me know in the comment section what the final answer was. Right? You can also uh, comment it with number saying 23 dot what the answer is, right? What the option is, and you can do any of it, right? Just comment that, and now let's go to question number 24. So I'm just not doing all the simple multiplication and division. I'm just giving away how to approach it and how to answer it. This is one of my favorite sections because it's very easy, but these are very practical questions that you get in a day-to-day life. So that is why this section is a section that I really love. But all these last last multiplication and division, I am asking you to do it so that you practice more and more of this multiplication and division. Let's now go to question number 24. Navya has rupees 225 in her wallet. So Navya has how much? She has rupees 225 in her wallet. She wants to buy the given pair of shoes. How much more money does she need to buy the given pair of shoes, right? So again, I mean, it's very easy one. The price of the pair of shoes have been given. She has some amount of money. How much more she would know it? It's a very simple subtraction. Do it, and then we look at the solution. Great. Fine. So let's just think of this in this way, right? So suppose there is a chocolate that costs rupees 10. So if I give you a chocolate at just rupees 10. So I have a chocolate that costs rupees 10, you would want it. You have rupees 5 with you, right? But how much more would you need from your parent to get that chocolate from me, right? It is nothing but that extra 10 minus 5, which is rupees 5 extra that you would require for to get the chocolate from me. So you'll ask your parents, I already have rupees 5. Please give me another rupees 5 so that totals to 10, and that 10 rupees I'll give to my panda sir to get the chocolate, right? So it is simple subtraction wherein you just subtracted 5 from 10, because 10 is the actual cost of the thing and 5 you already have, you just did a subtraction. Similarly, if you had, say for example, you had just rupees 6, right? And the same chocolate costs rupees 10. What you would do, you will just do 10 minus 6, that is 4. So you will ask your parent for rupees 4, right? Simple maths, right? Similarly, here you will just have to do a subtraction. You have to say is that rupees 530 is the cost of the shoe. Navya already has rupees 225. What extra she would need? She'll just have to do the subtraction. Do the subtraction yourself. Let me know in the comment section what the answer is. Again, simple subtraction, multiplication, division. I'm not doing. I'm asking you to do it and let uh, the answers flow in the comment section. Let's now go to question number 25. Mrs. Sharma wrote a four-digit number on the blackboard, right? So Mrs. Sharma wrote what? She wrote a four-digit number on the blackboard. Three students, Anshu, Vishal, and Badal, said the following statements about the number, right? So Anshu said it is a four-digit number, but not the least. So it is not the least four-digit number. Vishal says it is less than largest four-digit number, but greater than 9997, right? So it is less than the four digit it is less than the largest four digit number, but greater than 9997. Badal says its hundredth place digit is 9. So Badal says the 100 place digit is 9, right? So this is the four digit number. Now, what you have to find out, if all the three students said the truth, then find the number. If all of them are saying the truth, then find the number, right? So it's again, if you just look at what Vishal said, I think that itself gives you an answer. Vishal and Anshu said that itself gives you an answer. But just pause the video, solve it first yourself, and then come to the solution. Great. I think this is more of an English question than mathematics question. I mean, it's just understanding basic English, and what they are saying is what you need to do. So, Mr. Sharma wrote a four-digit number on the blackboard. Three students, Anshu, Vishal, and Badal, said the following statements about the number. Right? It's a four-digit number, but not the least. Right? So, it is not the least four-digit number. Now, what is the least four-digit number? The least four-digit number will be 1000, right? And it is not that. So that's fine. Anshu is telling the truth. Now Vishal says it is less than the largest four-digit number, but greater than 9997. Now it is less than the largest four digit. So what is the largest four digit number? The largest four digit number is 9999. It is less than that, but it is greater than 9997, right? So the only Vishal's statement only gives you what the number is. If it is less than 9999 and greater than 9997, then what the number is? It's only 9998, right? It's the only number between those two numbers. So option B is your correct answer. Hope you got this one correct. If you did, give yourself a clap. And let's now move to question number 26. There are 1800 books placed in the library, out of which 250 are Hindi story books, 530 are literature books, and the rest are English story books. How many total English story books are there in the library? Pause the video, solve it first. Very simple one. Just some addition and subtraction need to be done. Read the question again and again, and then solve the problem. Great. I think again, easy one, right? So there are 1800 books placed in the library, right? Out of which 250 are Hindi story books. So we now know that 250 are Hindi, right? 530 are literature, and the rest of the books are English, right? So what you have to do, you have to just do 1800 minus 250 minus 530, or what you can do is total number of books that are already there in the library. The total number of Hindi books is 250, right? Total number of literature book is 530, and then you have some number, right? Some number of English books, say E. Now, if you do addition, so you will understand how many books are there plus English books, right? And you just honey then need to do a subtraction. So 1800 minus 250 minus 530, or minus, or you can also say 1800, sorry, 1800 minus 250 plus 530, right? So do the addition this first and then subtract this from 1800, right? And you will get the answer. Again, go to the comment section, let me know what the correct answer is. Now let's move to question number 27. Vishal saved rupees 250 each month in the first 6 months of a year. I'd saved rupees 200 each month in the last 6 months of the year, right? First 6 months he's saving rupees 250. Last 6 months he's saving rupees 200. How much total amount of money did he save? Again, very simple multiplication and addition problem. Solve it and then we look at the solution. Great. So in a year, how many months are there? There are 12 months, right? So first 6 months, what Vishal did, Vishal saved rupees 250. So you have to do this multiplication. For the next 6 months, he saved rupees 200. What you have to do? You have to do a multiplication. So 250 times. So 250 multiplied by 6 is how much? It is nothing but rupees 1500. Rupees 200 multiplied by 6 is nothing but rupees 1200. Now you just have to do the addition. Whatever the answer comes is the correct answer. Look at the option, just go to the comment section and let me know what the correct answer is. Do the addition by yourself. Let's now go to question number 28. The temperature of a certain place in the morning was 27 degrees centigrade. If the temperature got decreased by 11 degrees centigrade in the night, then what was the temperature of that place at night, right? So current temperature here is 27 degrees. If the temperature got decreased by 11 degree, right? If the temperature decreases by 11 degree, then what the temperature is at night, right? So just very simple subtraction. Do it and then look at the solution, right? Again, I think Again, go to the comment section. Just let me know what the answer is. It's a very simple one. So current temperature in morning is 27 degrees centigrade. If the temperature reduces by 11 degrees centigrade in the night, then what the answer is? Just simple subtraction. Go to the comment section. Let me know what the answer is, what the answer option is. Let's now go to question number 29. Dia weighs 54 kg, 435 gram, and Kavya weighs 52 kg and 412 grams. Who weighs more and by how much, right? So Dia we know is of 54 kg, 435 grams, and Kavya is 52 kg and 412 grams. Who weighs more and by how much is what you need to find out. Solve it first and then look at the solution. Great. I think again an easy one, subtraction question. Now, Dia weighs 54 kg, some grams, and Kavya weighs 52 kg, right? Which number is bigger? 54 kg is bigger. So, Dia weighs higher, right? So, now we know that option B and option A cannot be the answer because the first part of the question is who weighs more. Now, Dia weighs more is something that we know, right? Now what we need to find out, we need to do, we need to do is we have to do a subtraction. So 54 kg, 435 grams, 52 kg, 412 grams is something you have to subtract, right? Now grams, if you do a subtraction, you will know that this comes out to be 23 grams, and here it is, the difference is 2 kgs. So overall option D is the correct answer. Hope you got this one correct as well. If you did, give yourself a star. And now we move to question number 30, that is the last question before we go to achievers section. Kirti bought 50 candies. She gave 10 candies to her sister and 15 candies to her brother. What fraction of total candies are left with her, right? Very simple one again. So Kirti bought how many candies? She bought 50 candies in total. She gave 10 candies to her sister, 15 candies to her brother, right? So total, how many candies she gave away? She gave away some candy number of candies. Now what is left with her? You can find that out by subtracting from the total candies, and then the fraction is nothing but what is left with her by total, right? Do that, and then we looked at the solution. Great. I gave away the answer already. So Kirti currently has how many candies? 50 candies. She gave how many candies to her sister? She gave 10 candies to her sister and 15 candies to her brother. So how many candies she gave away? 25 candies, right? Now Kirti had how many candies? So 50, so now what is left with Kirti is 50 minus 25, which again comes out to be 25. Again, do all the subtraction by yourself. I'm not going through all the simple subtraction and doing it for you. So that part you will have to take care of. So 50 minus 25 is 25. You can do the maths by yourself, right? So 25. So 25 is the number of candies left with her divided by total candies that were there. So it is nothing but 25 divided by 50. Option number B is your correct answer. Hope you got this one correct. If you did, give yourself a star. Now we move to question number 31, which is achiever section, right? So from here on, the next five questions, there are the last five questions. These carry 2 marks each, and obviously it has no negative marking, right? Let's now go and understand question number 31. Which of the following statements is correct? So you have to find out which of the following is correct. The expanded form of largest four-digit number is what? Now, form of. So first of all, find out what the largest four-digit number is. So what is the largest four-digit number? Just write that down, and then do the expanded form and see whether this is the right statement or not. The smallest four-digit number that can be found by using 3095 is dash. So that is again something that you'll have to find out, right? The place value of digit 2 is 77241 is 3 times the place value of digit 4 in 7241. Again, what is the place value of digit 2 in 7241? Write that down first. And again, place value of digit 4 in 7241. Just write that down. And is that 3 times? So divide both of it and see whether that would be 3 times or not. If that is so, then that becomes true, else it is false, right? So let's pause the video here, solve it, and then go to the solution. Hope you solved it first before looking at the solution. I think it's an easy one as well. So, expanded form of largest four-digit number. Now, what is the largest four-digit number? We know largest four-digit number is 9999, right? Now, if I do a expanded form of this, it is nothing but 9 multiplied by 1000 because it is. So this is ones place, tens place, hundreds place, and thousands place, right? So 9 multiplied by 1000 plus 9 multiplied by 100 plus 9 multiplied by 10 plus 9 multiplied by 1, right? So ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. Here also you see this, that is ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, right? So this becomes 9000 plus 900 plus 90 plus 9. So this is a following statement is correct. Okay. Let's now go to Q, the smallest four-digit number that can be formed by using digits 3, 0, 9, and 5, right? The smallest four-digit number that can be formed by using. So let's say this is the four-digit number, right? Now, if you want to get a smallest four-digit number, the best way and the way to do it is that the smallest number goes to the highest place value, right? So, in the thousands place, the smallest possible number has to be written over there first. Then, in the on in hundreds place, the next number, the next smallest number, on in thousands place, in tens place, the next smallest number, and the last number in the ones place, right? Now, within 3, 0, 9, and 5, which is smallest? 0 is the smallest. Now, if I put 0 over here, will it still become a four-digit number? No, it will not. Obviously, it will become a three-digit number after that, right? 0 before 0 at the first place has no value at all. So, if that is so, then we'll have to do the next best thing here. Next best thing is what? The next best thing is 3, right? So, this becomes 3. right? Now, if this is 3, then we have to see what is the next smallest number. Here we can put 0, right? Here putting 0 is not a problem. So here becomes 0. The next smallest number is what? It is 5. The next best possible small number is what? 9. So this is 3059, and this statement is also correct, right? Now let's go to point number R. The place value of digit 2 in 7241. Now, what is place value of digit 2 in 7241? The place value of digit 2 in 7241 is nothing but 200. Okay? And and the place value of digit 4 here is what? It is 40. Correct? Now, is 200 3 times of 40? No, 200 is 5 times of 40. So multiply 40, for 40 by with 5, and you will find out that it will come out as 200. So the place value of digit 2 in 7241 is 5 times. So this statement is incorrect. It is 5 times of place value of digit 4 in 7241. So how many statements are correct? This is P and Q only. Option number A is your correct answer. Hope you got this one correct. If you did, well and good. If you got something wrong, just go to the comment section and let me know how and where did you go wrong. When you write these things, these things get inside your mind that where I went wrong, and the next time when you are solving such a question, you will not make that mistake. Other people reading from that will benefit by knowing where you went wrong, and they will not do that incorrect. And that also helps me because I will be able to will be able to understand where you guys are going wrong, so that I tell that in my videos, so that that again gets inscribed in your mind and you don't do that wrong, right, in the future, right? So let's now go to question number 32. Observe the given figure carefully and fill in the blanks. Again, it's a fraction question. The sum of shaded fraction of figure X and unshaded fraction of figure Z is dash, right? So this is X. Okay, so this has not been given, right? This is X, this is Y, this is Z. What is saying is the sum of shaded fraction of figure X. So sum of shaded you have to find out here, and the sum of unshaded fraction of figure Z you have to find out, and you do the sum of it, right? Second, the number of more parts that should be unshaded of in figure Z yeah, in this figure Z, how many more parts has to be unshaded for to make the shaded fraction 3 by 12, right? So to make this as 3 by 12, how many more has to be unshaded? Again, you just have to think through how it has to be done, else we will solve it together. Figure dash has maximum shaded fraction, right? So that we will solve. Now pause the video, solve it first, and then look at the solution. Great. I hope got this one correct. Uh, it's obviously a little difficult one, but anyway, I mean, it's practice makes the man perfect, and just practice more and more, and you will attain perfection, and you will be able to solve these kind of questions very easily, right? So, sum of shaded fraction of figure X, and so what is the shaded fraction of figure X is what? So in this figure, how many parts are there? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, right? So total is 12. So we know this is 12. Shaded fraction is what? 1, 2, and 3 and 4. So this is 4 by 12 is shaded. Okay? Got it? Now, unshaded fraction of Z, right? Unshaded fraction of Z is how much? So again, total is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So total is again 12 over here. Now unshaded fraction part is how much? One unshaded part, right? Unshaded part is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So this becomes 6 by 12, right? So 4 by 12. So sum is what? So sum is what? 4 by 12 plus 6 by 12 is nothing but 10 by 12. So we now know the option can either be C or D, right? C or D. A and B cannot be the answer because the option of P given is wrong, right? Let's now go to Q. The number of more parts that should be unshaded in Z, right? In how many more parts has to be unshaded in Z? So that shaded fraction is 3 by 12. Now, shaded is how much currently? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So, currently 6 by 12. How many more needs to be unshaded so that it becomes 3 by 12? You have to unshade 3, right? If you unshade this 1, 2, and 3, so then there will be only 3 shaded parts, and then it becomes 3 by 12, right? So, how many more parts needs to be unshaded? Obviously, that is 3. So, 3 is correct. So, C also cannot be the right option. So, option D is the correct answer. Hope again you got this one correct. If you did, let me know that you got this one correct as well. Go to the question number 32. Go to the comment section and say 32. I got this one correct as well. Obviously, this was a little difficult one, right? Now let's go to question number 33. The given bar graph shows the marks scored by four friends in weekly maths test, right? So these questions, these are all bar graph questions. You get these questions mandatorily in your examination, of course. These are just mapping and finding out what the values are, right? So the given bar graph shows the marks scored by four friends in weekly maths test. Study the graph carefully and answer the following questions, right? So study this figure and then find out how much is the value, right? So this is what is given. Okay. Then what you have to find out how much is scored by each one of them, and then you have to answer P and Q, specific questions on P and Q, right? Just find this out and then we'll look at the solution. Great. So if you just look at the graph, Mahima has scored how much? Mahima has scored 18, right? So this is 18, right? How much has Gaurav scored? Gaurav has scored 24, right? How many has Pooja scored? Pooja has scored 12. And how many has Vansh scored? Vansh has scored 15, correct? So let's now try and answer what P and Q is asking. P is asking how many more marks were scored by Gaurav than once. So Gaurav scored how much? 24. One scored how much? 15. So if you do a simple subtraction, 24 minus 15, you will get the answer. This comes out as 9, right? So so for P, answer is 9. So we now know that B and D cannot be the correct answer. Now we have to find out what Q is. Find the fraction of marks obtained by Mahima and Pooja together to the marks obtained by four friends all together, right? So what it's saying is, again, it's like marks all together, right? All together, total marks. So this is total marks altogether. And in the numerator, it is who? It is Mahima, sorry, Mahima and Pooja. Now, how much has Mahima scored? Mahima has scored 18. Pooja has scored 12. So 18 plus 12 is how much? It is 30, right? Do the addition yourself. Total marks scored by all of them together. So let's do the addition. 18 plus, so we know now. Sorry. So this is nothing but 12 plus 15 plus 18 plus 24. If you do this addition, you will get this as, so 12 plus 18, 12 plus 18 is 30 plus 15 is 45. This becomes 69. So this becomes 30 by 69. So option A is your correct answer. Hope you got this one correct as well. And now we move to question number 34, right? Arrange the given figures not drawn to scale in ascending order as per the total length of boundary of the figures and select the correct option. So what it has asked you to do, it has asked you to add all these boundaries and then find out what this is. So do that for all three. This is just simple addition, right? You have to add all of it. Somewhere things would be missing that you will have to put it with your perspective, right? And then you have to find out what the correct answer is, right? So pause the video here and solve it first and then look at the solution. I mean, at some points it might just get difficult. So let's start with this, right? So this is P, this is Q, and this is R. है ना? So here let's do a summation, right? So this is 3 centimeter, correct? This is 2 centimeter. So 3 plus 2 is 5. This is 2 centimeter, 5 plus 2 is 7. This is 3 centimeter, this is 7 plus 3 is 10. Now this is what? This is not given, right? This is what? This and this will be equal, correct? So this becomes 2 centimeter, correct? So till now, how much we have? 3 plus 2 is 5, plus 2, 7, 7. Sorry, plus 3 plus 2, 7. 7 plus 3 is 10. 10 plus 2 is 12. 12 plus 1 is 13, right? Again, this is missing, right? This is not given. So what is this? This is nothing but this plus this, right? So if you do this, we find out. So this is nothing but this plus this. So this becomes 6 centimeter, correct? So how where we are now, 3 plus 2 is 5, plus 2 7, plus 3 10, plus 2 12, 1 13, plus 6 is 19 centimeter. This plus 3 centimeters, 22 centimeters. Here is 25 centimeter. And if you see this one, if you see this one, this is 2 centimeter. This is this total we know is 5 centimeter, correct? From here to here is 5, right? This is 3, this is 2, this is 5 centimeter, correct? So we now know, and we know this is 1 and this is 3. So this is 4 centimeters. So we know that till this is 4 centimeters. So what would be this? This is nothing but this will be 1 centimeter, correct? So this comes out as 1 centimeter. Now let's do the addition, right? This is 3 plus 2 is 5, plus 2 7, plus 3 10, plus 2 12. 113, 6 centimeters 19, here is 22, 25 and 26. So this comes out to be 26 centimeters, right? Great. Let's now do for Q. Q here is 5 centimeter plus 3 8 plus 4 is 22. This is 24, 28, 30, 34, 37 and 42, right? If you do the addition, again, I'm just doing addition directly. You do all of this. I mean, I'm sure you would have learned this in class 1 and not now. So that is why I'm just going really fast. So this is 5 plus 3 is 8, plus 4 is 12, plus 2 is 14, this is 18, 20, 24, 27, and 32. This is 32 centimeters, right? Again, 5 plus 3, 8, 12, 14, 18, 20, 24, 27, 32, right? Let's do this one. This is 6, this is 7, 9, this is again 11. Here we know is 3 is again sorry 6, 7. This is 2 9. This is 2 11. This is 3 14. This is 1 15, right? So this is 1, then this is also 1 centimeter 15. 15, this is 9, right? This is 9. 15 plus 9 is 24. This is 21. This is 1 is 25. This 3 makes it 28. This is 30, 32, and this is 33, right? This becomes 33 centimeter, right? So which boundary has the highest? So in ascending order, right? So which has the highest? The highest ascending is smaller to bigger, right? So which has the smallest? 26 centimeter is the smallest. So P is first, then you have Q, then you have R. So option number C is your correct answer. I hope you got this one correct. If you did, let me know you have done this, got this correct as well. And let's now go to question number 35. See, all these questions are more and more practice questions, right? The whole idea here is for me to explain how this is done, but if you do it only if you do it yourself, and as I said, if only if you tried yourself first and then look at the solution, or after me giving you the solution, going and trying it again, only then you will be able to grasp the concepts and do it correctly the next time you get such a question, right? Let's now go to the last question, that is question number 35. Read the given statements carefully and state T for true and F for false. The total number of hours in 5 weeks is 840. Easy to find out. Uh, just do the multiplication and you will find the find this one out, right? If the given clock is 17 minutes slow, then the correct time is 5:28. Is this true or false? You have to find out. If the day before yesterday was Tuesday, then eighth day from today will be Thursday. Whether this is true or false, something again you have to find out, right? Simple one. Pause the video, solve it, and then look at the solution. Great. I hope you got this one correct. The first one is very simple multiplication. I will just leave it to you. The total number of hours in 5 weeks, right? In 5 weeks. So in 5 weeks is how many days? 5 weeks is 5 multiplied by 7, and 7 5 is 35. You all know that, right? So that is 35 days. Now it's saying total number of hours. So in one day, how many hours are there? There are 24 hours in a day. Correct? So then you have to multiply it. 35 multiplied by 24. You have to find out what the answer is. You will get that as 840. So this is actually correct. So this is actually correct. Right? So A is true. Not correct, true, right? So let's give true to this one. Second, if the given clock is 17 minutes slow, if the clock is already 17 minutes slow, then what is the actual time? The time that is shown in the clock is 5:15. But if it is 17 minutes slow, then means the time is 17 minutes, actual time is 17 minutes ahead. From there, it has come down. It has slowed down from a higher number, right? So if it is 17 minutes slow, so you will have to add 17 minutes to it. If you do that, you get it as that actual time now is 5:32, right? Is it 5:28? No. Is it 5:28? No. So this becomes false. It is 5:32, right? I'm going a little fast, but the whole idea is that for you to grasp the concept rather than grasping how addition or subtraction or multiplication is being done or how to look at a clock. So I am assuming all of it is known to you because you have been doing this from class one, right? So all of that is known to you. It's just the concept that you need to understand, right? Let's now see option number C. If the day before yesterday was Tuesday, if the day before yesterday was Tuesday, then eighth day from today will be what? If so, if day before yesterday was Tuesday, right? Right? So what was yesterday? Yesterday was Wednesday. So what is today? Today is Thursday. Correct? Now, eighth day from here will be what? So first day from here will be Friday. Second day from here will be Saturday. Third day from here will be Sunday. Fourth day from here will be Monday. Fifth day from here will be Tuesday. Sixth day from here will be Wednesday. Seventh day from here will be Thursday. And the eighth day from here will be Friday. So this again is false, right? So this is false. Option number D is your correct answer. So it is true, false, and false, right? Hope you got this one correct as well. Now go to the comment section and let me know how many questions did you got correct by solving it yourself. That will give you a very good standard, like a very good base as into where you stand now. And I'm sure the more and more question you solve, the more and more things that you will be able to grasp. And if you want to solve more such questions, you can buy this 18 previous year question paper at just rupees 87. Scan the QR code over here in on the screen that you can see, or you can go to the comment section or to the pinned comments or to the description box, and you can find the link to the purchase link to the book, right? So sorry for that. Great. So hope you liked the video. If you did, then please hit that like button. Do subscribe to my channel. That really encourages me to bring more such videos, more such concepts. And I hope you loved the video as well. We'll meet you in the next video. Till then, thank you. Jai Hind.